A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Mark.
Glory be to you, O Lord.
The apostles rejoined Jesus and told him all that they had done and taught. And then he said to them, "You must come away to some lonely place all by yourselves and rest for a while." For there were so many coming and going that the apostles had no time even to eat. So they went off in a boat to a lonely place where they could be by themselves. But people saw them going, and many could guess where. And from every town they all hurried to the place on foot and reached it before them. So as he stepped ashore, he saw a large crowd, and he took pity on them because they were like sheep without a shepherd. And he set himself to teach them at some length. The Gospel of the Lord. To actually find a time to take a break is always a challenge. And this is because we are all too caught up with the happenings in the world, happenings in the country, or in our workplace, family life, or other commitments we are committed to. Our time for ourselves, or what we always call the me time, is always interrupted because we don't seem to have the time that we need, that we want. And what Jeremiah said today in the first reading, he said, if you are scattered, God is going to gather you. If you are so busy doing things, God is going to catch hold of you and settle down. Very simple understanding. When we are very busy with things, not of the church, we tend to go astray. Because at some point of our lives, we can be people who sort of push God aside for one reason or another. We cannot find solution to the problem that we are having. Why do we go astray? Please do not forget, if you cannot find a solution, God is the solution. So the question is, can we actually go back to God? Can we come back to God? Because if we can go back, that means we know that our spiritual life is going to be very different. Because sometimes our spiritual life is very dry. We cannot pray, we cannot seek God, we cannot find God. So we need to go back to God. Because why? He is the one who is going to lead us to understand what life is all about. And finding God is an important factor for all of us. We cannot live without God. What did the Gospel say today? What did Jesus say to his disciples today? This is what he said. You must come away to some lonely place all by yourself and rest for a while. What does that mean? From your busy life, find a time to reconnect with God again. We need to recuperate from all our busy lives. We need to retreat. That means move away from any situation that keeps us very busy. We need to do that. Because the last thing we want to do for ourselves is to get a burnout. When you get a burnout, your spiritual life is going to drop. God is nowhere to be found. So, lastly, God is asking us to connect back with Him again. So, do we want to connect? We make our own decisions in life.